Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Welcome to 1 Hour Success, our international podcast and talk show. I'm your host, JD, and today we are going to have the opportunity to talk to Michelle. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here with us in 1 Hour Success. I'll let you introduce you to everybody that's watching us.
Hi, I'm Michelle Leavitt, and I've been competing in bodybuilding and bikini and figure for 5 years now, and fitness has become my life. It's what I like to do every day.
When you started your bodybuilding career?
2015 was my first show. I got a coach, Tatiana, and she wrote up all my nutrition and all my workouts and taught me how to pose, which was really hard. And I did my first show in April of 2015, and then I did one right after that in June of 2015.
Okay. Why did you start your career as a bodybuilder? You always work out? Do you have a history in high school or something like you've done something like that? Or?
No, actually it was a personal trainer at the gym that challenged me. He was doing them, and I really didn't know anything about it, but he kept telling me that I had the perfect physique for it and that I should try it. And I was just finishing up doing Ironman, and which was another challenge completely outside the box.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to give it a shot, and he says it's just 3 or 4 months of your time, your commitment, and then after you do it, you can decide whether that's something you want to do again or just check mark the box and say you're done. But after I finished, I decided I actually really loved it.
Wow. Well, we got to thank your personal trainer for seeing your talent kind of back, when you started. You say you've done Ironman as well.
Yes, I did Ironman in 2014 up in Texas, Ironman, Texas. For those that don't know what Ironman is, it is about a 2.5 mile swim, followed by about 115 mile bike ride, and then a marathon, and you're running 26 miles, all back to back, same day.
Wow.
And it was probably about 2 years of training went into that, and an incredible experience. But once I was done with it, I was done with it.
Would you do it again?
No. I did it once, so I was really, really happy, and I was so felt so accomplished.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely, it's not my passion. Inside the gym is my passion.
Okay. Well, at least still working out, it still relates to being healthy,
right,
and stuff like that. But was something related to that also motivates you? You knew that you're going to be in shape literally for the rest of the time that you'll be, participating on those competitions, or it was just really because you wanted to accomplish that?
It's the challenges that keep you going. I mean, otherwise you go to the gym and you walk around and you go for a run, you're like, you have no point of what's the purpose, what's the goal, what are you trying to get out of this? And so I guess setting these goals have really, really helped with figuring out my workout and like, where are you going with it? What am I doing? Mm-hmm. And so I really liked setting those goals and reaching them.
So one of those goals was to win competitions. Which competitions you participate in? Which ones you're already winning?
Well, back in 2015, being brand new, there's different categories for women and men as well. But the first category for women is called bikini, and that's the leanest. Mm-hmm. So like the least amount of muscle mass, very lean, fun category. The next level up is called figure. That is definitely more muscle. And so actually my first 2 shows in 2015, I actually did both. So I would go up on stage for bikini, quick change my suit, go back up on stage for figure. There's different categories. There's an open category. There's which anybody can be in. There's a novice category for brand new. This is your first show. And then there's age group up for masters. So there's the 35 and up and the 45 and up in categories. So actually that first time I think I did all of them.
Well, so I saw your pictures. We all saw some of your videos. You look pretty good. Which ones you won during this time?
Well, I didn't expect a lot. People say, you know, you have to build yourself up. There's a lot of people out there. I mean, don't expect to win your first show. And so when I actually won my first show, it was I wanted to cry. I was amazing. So I actually got first that year in the bikini, and then I got second in the figure for my very first show.
For the first show, that was in 2015.
Yeah.
When you literally just had started bodybuilding.
Correct.
Right? Wow, that's a good way of seeing things and people to believe in themselves, especially when people tells you, oh, the competition is big. You know, there is a lot of people out there. You went with that focus and you won it.
Right.
That's what's up. Which one was that? Which competition was that? And where?
Okay, so that was the Ronnie Coleman Classic, which was, I think that was up in Dallas at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a huge show. It's got, I don't know, I'm gonna take a guess, like 800 people that participated in all the different categories with the men, the women, and everything else. Mm-hmm. So it was a huge show, and it was, it was actually scary but super fun. I mean, I loved it. It was exciting, and it was surprising, you know. And then of course, afterwards you're like, okay, I think I'm addicted now. That was really, really fun.
You found your passion right there. That's when you really saw, well, you got a future in that, and you can keep going. That's great. That's a good story to know about it, and especially the details behind it, because I see a lot of athletes, everybody that is successful with something, there's always people doubting you. There's always people putting boundaries and saying, oh, this is literally the limit for you because you're starting. This is the limit.
Right,
because
right.
Of that. How do you challenge yourself?
I mean, okay, everybody's going to have a few haters, but for the most part, I had people that were very, very respectful and encouraging. My family was very encouraging. I think the biggest self-doubter is your own mind, mm-hmm. and you don't know what, you don't think you have that much. The other part about it, which I learned also, is a lot of bodybuilders, even in the smaller sized ones, may take steroids or may take Adderall for workouts, or may take, a variety of things to testosterone to help increase the muscle and to lean yourself out. And I opted not to do that. I really preferred to just keep it 100% natural. Mm-hmm. So I realized that I'm also competing against people that are taking things. Mm-hmm. So my perspective as the years went on definitely shifted and said, well, I'm going to compete because I want to compete, and it's for me, and it's not for the prize that I get. Of course, that's always fun and great, but I'm going in it for me and how I look when I look in the mirror and say, okay, this is the trophy, this is what you have, regardless of what the judges think, and regardless of what the other girls look like. You should just be happy with what your finished, product is. So.
That's great. That's a great accomplishment. Let's say in between 800 athletes, there were probably like 300 females and 400, or
yeah,
the rest
maybe like
male.
that.
So 500 males. I mean, and well, out of those people, you came out with a trophy. You just explained how was the feeling and everything, but this is a huge achievement for anybody. I saw your comment on one of those pictures. That was kind of dream come true for you.
Yeah.
And after you achieved that first, you got the first achievement. What was next for you? What did you compete again? How was your life after that?
Yeah, I told my coach at the time, I said, let me take off the summer and, enjoy it with my children and travel and be able to, still go out and have a cocktail, go out to dinner with the family and enjoy the summer, and then regroup in the fall and look at the fall shows. And so that's kind of how I I did it for the first couple of years was I would start prep basically like the day after, January 1st, after New Year's Eve. I'm like, okay, it's ready to go. And then be ready for a spring show, take the summer off. And then when the kids go back to school in August, get myself back on track and pick a show like October, November. And so then I would do a fall show. And then I did that for a couple of years.
Wow. So you're still competing? You're still preparing yourself for a competition? What's your...
Currently, 2020 has just been a crazy year. And I didn't compete this year, which it was hard to, keep your body mass, muscle mass.
In quarantine?
During quarantine, I had some dumbbells at the house. I mean, I was able to do some workouts, but not like to not like I was doing, right. I didn't have the gym stuff. I didn't have, a heavy barbell. I didn't have a leg press. I didn't have that kind of stuff. So I just did what I could. So no, I don't have any shows for this year, but I, checking out next year, see what I want to do.
All right, 2021 is a year of promise, a lot of promises, and hopefully it's going to be a winning year for you as well. Hopefully you come back with another trophy as well. And a good notice for everybody that is watching is Michelle also speaks Spanish, right?
Yeah, a little rusty now, but yeah.
But still, it's better than a lot of people who don't understand. And today tell us how you, at least, just a little bit away from what you do as a bodybuilder, because I think it's important for everybody to get to know you as well. Tell us what you learned Spanish and how long you've been speaking Spanish.
I went to college at Arizona State University, and honestly, what I really want to do, I just wanted to travel. I just wanted to see the world. And so I thought, okay, what's one way to see the world as a student? And I'm like, oh, I know, I need to do a study abroad and go to another country. So talked mom and dad into letting me go to Spain, and I was there for 10 months. So I did pretty good. I picked up the language fairly well, and I always laugh. I said when I was out late at night drinking sangrias, my Spanish was the best. I had no fear at that hour.
That's true.
And so I just went with it, and it was a great experience. I traveled all over Europe, and practiced my Spanish. So that was
you
good.
able to learn a little bit of Portuguese? Or just
I know I was right next to Portugal.
Yeah.
Not really. I did go and visit, and probably knew a few words then, but
that's fine.
Can't say I know a whole lot right now.
That's good. A little bit of Spanish can get you a lot of places, especially because it's really similar to Portuguese. So you're good. Getting back to our plan, actually I need to ask you a question. You are a successful bodybuilder, as we already mentioned, but we need to know what is your definition of success in general?
Oh, it's all inside. It's all in your heart and in your head. I mean, what is success to me? I mean, if I'm happy, if I go to the gym every day, not every day, but 5 or 6 days a week, because it makes me happy and I feel good, and overall, that's a success for life. I'm eating healthy. I'm not sick. I eat good food. I work out. I have quality time with my family. So all over, it's a successful life. I mean, that's pretty much it right there. And you people are always comparing themselves to others, or honestly, like saying, well, what the judges choose in a competition, and I'm like, but that's they're looking for something specific, and you as a whole, you have to be like comparing yourself to you, comparing to last year, last 5 years, or whatever. Where are you at? And and are you happy? And if you're happy, then that's success, right?
True. Well, success is very unique for each individual person. So I feel like you feeling good about yourself is a good way of success, pretty much as
Correct.
you explained. And in your career as a bodybuilder, of course, you need to work out a lot. But what else you do to keep being successful as a bodybuilder besides working out literally 5 to 6 times a week?
Right. The other things that are really important, of course, you need good sleep. Fortunately, I love sleep, so that's good.
That's really good.
And my daughter's got their driver's license now, so I don't have to get up in the morning and drive them to school. So
Perfect.
I'm usually pretty much guaranteed to get, a really good night's sleep, which they say your muscles actually grow at night while you're sleeping. So that's extremely important.
That's a good tip right there. Everybody take notes.
Right.
For those who wants to build muscles, sleep.
Get good sleep. Drink lots of water. And so see?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cheers. So we're all drinking water, so that's really, really good. Let's see, what else is really important? Of course, eating healthy. I've had nutritionists through my competition days, and I've had several different ones, and they're all like a little bit different. But now this year that I've taken it off, I've kind of taken my favorite thing through the few people that I've had and decided, okay, well, these are my favorite things to eat. And I know how much to eat, and I know like what foods are the best foods to be eating. And so that's really, really helped. And that's kind of kept me definitely lean now. Stay away from sugar.
Okay.
So I try not to have too much sugar in anything. What else? I mean, it's good to do other things with your body too, except for constantly in the gym. So especially during the lockdown, and we didn't really have gyms, we didn't have anything, I got into walking my dogs more. And now they love it. Every time I get close to the door, they're like, walk, walk. So like I may go to the gym in the morning and have a hard weightlifting workout, and then in the afternoon, just go for a walk with the dogs, and we'll go 3 to 5 miles. And I find you actually use different muscles. And if it was leg day, now I'm actually stretching out those muscles. So that's actually been really, really good. But again, still after a 5-mile walk, I'm sleeping well.
Well,
I'm tired when I get to bed.
That sounds pretty good because, we all see bodybuilders, especially on TV or documentaries, and they talk about their routine. And basically it's gym, eat, gym, of course, and sleep.
Right. They say workout, sleep, repeat, and then go back and
Do you live like that, basically, when you on the years that you're going to compete?
Okay, when you're competing, yeah, it's pretty solid like that. I may have like a cardio session in the morning, and then you do weights, and then another cardio session at night. So there's really not a whole lot of extra time to be doing a whole lot else, except for taking care of your family in between, or working, or whatever else you have going on. That's why this year has been really nice, just to diversify and do different things. I found paddleboarding is a great back workout. And so if I can get like someone serious to go paddleboarding with me, and put in some miles and serious miles, and then you wake up the next morning, you're like, oh my gosh, my back is sore. And I'm like, perfect. That's a great way to work your back.
Well, you also talk about nutritionists, and they play a big role in that. You say you have different ones, but whenever you go to compete, you usually go with the same person. You do your own diets. How does it work? Because my very small understanding on that, the nutritionists keep up with you from the beginning to the end.
They do.
Of the competition.
Right, they do.
So how does it work? I'm a little bit confused on that.
Yeah. About a year and a half ago, I did get certified in nutrition. So, and then of course 5 years of just following a nutrition plan written for me. I know a lot, but I tell you, it's so much easier when someone else writes it out for you. You feel like you have to follow the plan and say, okay, this is what I'm going to exactly have to do it. And if you write it yourself, I feel like I can, change it up a little bit and maybe not do it as well. So at least this way, I have to do it. I'm held accountable for it. So, like I said, I have used different nutritionists and people for workouts, it kind of depends on, you know, how I'm feeling. I mean, it's nice to mix it up and have a different approach because there's not necessarily one approach, one meal plan that everybody uses. Okay, they're generally the same, but everybody has their own style. You know, I had one guy, Chase, who everything was a meal and everything was tasty and different seasonings and salads and the food was actually really wonderful to eat and very enjoyable to eat, but it was time consuming to put it all together. So it kind of depends on how much time you have. If you have the time, it's definitely the best because he's a smart guy, he knows what he's doing, and it's enjoyable to eat. The last one I used was an online one through a couple in California, and that was very, very basic. It was like you're having asparagus and you're having like chicken or fish, and pretty much that, and then maybe you get some rice in there on a good day. And that was it for like 4 months. And so it's like, okay, if I never have like rice and chicken and asparagus again, I'm gonna be okay, because that was just, it was the same thing all day long. And I get tired of that. So it's not that that wasn't good, but I'll tell you, that was super fast to prepare. You know, I can make chicken for 3 or 4 days and it's done.
True.
And, you know, and I can make the rice super fast. So it was easy to follow. So those that have a busy schedule, that's fantastic, and they like that. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for.
So you just mentioned that you're now certified as a nutritionist as well.
Yeah.
Right? So for everybody that's gonna watch us, actually I would like to thank everybody that is live with us right now. And you know, hopefully you guys can leave some comments and some questions right there for Michelle. She's here with us to kind of help you guys understand and do better if you would like to not just be a bodybuilder but work out as well. And you were mentioned that you now certified nutritionist.
Yes.
So for anybody out there that is going to watch this interview later, can they contact you?
Absolutely.
For meal plans?
Yes.
Or how to work out? How does it work? Can you explain us a little bit more?
Yes. I'm also a certified personal trainer. I can write workouts. I can work out with you if you live locally. Obviously, different people have different needs and what they're looking for. I mean, I've trained, you know, a gentleman in his 70s that is just trying to, you know, stay young. And, you know, I've trained with people that are, you know, athletes. So it just kind of depends on what your goals are, what you're looking for. And you know, you could be someone who's put on a little bit of COVID weight and you're trying to get it off, and, you know, and I can help you too.
Thank you. I already want to help. You're going to help me out. I'm definitely going to go after that, and I'll need probably a meal plan. I think what is more disturbing for me is the food. I don't know a lot. You know, I'm not the type of person that's going to go to the gym. I used to go to the gym 5 to 6 days a week. I used to be not a bodybuilder, but just somebody that likes to take care of their body.
Right.
And I kind of slowed down over the years and go over and over. I just learned. Nowadays, I'm just trying to keep it, you know.
Right.
I mean, not getting fat. That's pretty much.
Right.
So for somebody that's trying to go back to the gym and needs just a little diet or something,
right,
workout routine, but let's say they're not local. Let's say some of my friends over there in Brazil, Portugal, Angola, and they would like to contact you for all these things. Can they do that? Can you do that online?
Absolutely. You can totally do a workout online and a meal plan online. You just have to be accountable for, you know, what I'm sending you.
All right. Well, and for those people who are overseas and let's say they want to work out live with you or online, are you doing that already? Are you doing that right now? Or can you set up some plans?
I have not, but I certainly can try. Certainly can do that. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, if we can have this conversation live online, and we can work out that way too.
Because I actually had a question send it to me. Oh, can you ask her for this? Can you ask her that? Can you? I was like, how about you guys go online during live and comment? But a lot of people, of course, they working right now with some other people busy,
Right.
and they not interact with us the same way. So later on, they can just send you an email or a message on Instagram and contact you. Say, hey,
Absolutely.
I want to lose weight. I want to gain muscles,
Yeah.
and that goes for the males and females, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I see my friend Furtado right there. He's looking. he's uh, he commented a little bit. He's also commenting about getting weight, but he don't know what to eat.
Oh, gaining weight.
Yeah, gaining weight.
Yeah, no, that is a problem
different.
for a lot of guys more than the women. But definitely, I know my son is 23. He's 6'1", and I think he's like 140 pounds. So he's like, okay, Mom, I need to like put on some weight. He's an actor because I need to put on some weight for this role. I was like, okay. So, wrote something out for him. I said, you got to get your protein up. You need to be eating some healthy carbs and, more calories in the end for him, but good healthy calories to build properly, not just a big belly.
That was exactly my next question, because a lot of people just think like, well, I need to gain weight, so I'll just go eat junky food. And
well, you will gain weight, but you won't gain pretty weight.
Even though you go to the gym often, it's not going to be the same thing, right?
No, because you need to eat good food to put on muscle, and you need to eat high protein food to put on muscle. Healthy carbs. I mean, that's really the best way to do it. Otherwise, yeah, you're gonna just put on fat, and you don't want to put fat onto your body. You're trying to put muscle onto your body.
Yeah, because then you're gonna have trouble burning that fat.
Right.
Right. You're gonna have to kind of do kind of like extra workout to burn fat and also gain muscles.
Yeah, I know a lot of guys. If they're planning on competing, let's say in like 9 months' time, and they have a lot of time, they'll do a bulking phase. So they'll do like 4 or 5 months of eating extra calories and getting a little bit bigger. Maybe those abs start disappearing and you have a little bit more fat on your body, but it also gives you the energy to lift heavier to build those muscles.
Okay.
And then when it comes down to cutting, like the last 14 weeks before you compete, that's when they start pulling some of those calories away, and you still have the muscle underneath. You're still lifting, but the fat starts to come away. Now you start to see all the pretty muscles that you just spent the last 5 or 6 months putting on.
Perfect. That's a really good tip right there for everybody. Thank you for all the love, everybody just sharing a little bit of her hearts like that. Thank you for that, and please keep sending some questions. Michelle is here to help us all today. I'm also getting help as well. Michelle, talk a little bit, with your physique and your looking. You also do some modeling, right?
Yes.
Is something that you put it as the same effort as bodybuilding, or how does it work with your modeling career?
Modeling is kind of like a little hobby on the side. I have done some fitness ads. I did get a write up in a fitness magazine once, and that was super exciting. But no, that's just more for fun. And I mean, my commitment is to my family right now, and a lot of times, the modeling is in other cities, and I'm not in a place right now to just like get up and leave the family and go work somewhere else. So if it comes to me, then yes, I'm all about it, and it's exciting. And sometimes I still even have photographers reaching out to me that say, hey, I would love to shoot you and have some of your pictures on my website for advertisement. And I'm so happy to do that. I actually have a photo shoot Sunday with a local photographer. He just moved here from Michigan, so trying to get clientele here.
That's great. That's really great. You look really good, and I'm pretty sure. Also, my other question related to that is not just photographers. Let's say new brands coming up. Do they reach you? Do they reach out to you as well, or how does it work? If somebody that is new on the marketing with a new business and would like to have you model them. Would it work?
Okay, so recently I had a company called Fierce Pulse, and they make leggings and tops and workout clothes. And they said, we will send you a free outfit if you wear it and then critique it and tell us about it, on a live video, and then send it to them so then they can share it. And I was just like, absolutely. So I get it, and I don't wear leggings a whole lot because in Houston it's always hot. But I did, and on a cooler day, I put it on, and it was really comfortable and really soft. And I was just like, oh, I really like it. And I got a bright pattern, and so it was really fun. So actually, I kind of really enjoyed that. And so you do have companies that will reach out to help them, promote their product, and you get, you get to enjoy it a little bit and help advertise for their company. So yeah, indirectly.
Yes, and why I ask you that, because every other day we have a brand new business open up, especially female brands for a lot of things.
Right.
I've seen females entrepreneurs actually growing a lot. And sometimes it doesn't really have to be female, but the products are female products. So that's why I asked you this question, and in case we have somebody out there at home with a new brand for women, I would like to know if they can contact you.
Absolutely. Yeah, if you have a fitness product or really any kind of product that a woman like, definitely would help promote it and help you sell your product.
But y'all gotta come to me. Y'all gotta contact me, and I'll go to her. Okay?
my agent.
Yes, I'll be her agent from now on. So everybody stay tuned. There's a lot of good new things coming up. Michelle, any plans that you have for your future as a bodybuilder besides probably competing next year?
Well, one of the goals that I had was to get my pro card to become a professional bodybuilder. I did do that 2 years ago in the natural bodybuilding world. So like I said earlier about the drugs. So
yes.
There's a natural organization, and then there's the regular organization, and which is everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I did get my pro card in the natural organization. So I suppose, getting it in, in the big organization, which is huge, of course, a lot more people, so it's even a lot more competitive, is something in the back of my head. Not too sure if I would compete in figure or bikini. Maybe bikini, because the figure girls, just have more muscle than I probably can put on naturally.
Okay, that's a good thing.
And then and I'm not looking like right now in the next year or two. I have plenty of time, and every time you pass that mile marker of your age, less and less and less people are competing the older they get. So I'm in my 40s, so when you hit those next milestones again, there's less people in your age group, and better chance for you. So I thought in the back of my head thinking.
I'm pretty sure you can still compete on 20-something. You look great. Your body looks really good. And I believe if you were like an open competition, you said you literally 100% or 80% natural on all those competitions, which is extremely hard to see people that work out and have your shape of body naturally. Because people usually just want to go to the easy way, which is not, nobody's here to judge anybody, but...
No, I don't judge at all, because even if you are taking something to help you grow your muscles, you still have to work out. You still have to put in the work. You still have to eat good. Mm-hmm. So, they're working just as hard.
All right. Well, and how does it... Well, it's completely new, probably to a lot of people home. I was doing a little bit of research, but because I thought everybody is taking something. And when I saw some of your, when I was doing the research and I saw some of your material, you was in a natural...
the Naturally Fit Federation.
Yeah, what is that? Can you explain?
So it's basically everybody has to be natural. They're not allowed to be taking any kind of drugs, and the list is like, a mile long of you're taking this, 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 and this. And then you actually have to take a polygraph test, which is kind of cool. I've never done that before. It's like a lie detector test. about, are you clean? And you say, yes, you are, to like 100 questions. And then if you do actually win, then they whisk you away to pee in a cup so they can actually, take that and have it tested to make sure that there's no drugs in your system.
Wow.
So strict, yeah.
Well, like I was saying, it's really new to know, not completely because I did a little bit of research, but
Right.
it's really rare to see people that compete and they literally, let's say, it's 70% natural. Most of the people takes a lot of stuff, and it's part of the game. But
It's part of the game.
And I also was, before our conversation, I was watching Ron, what's his name? He was Mr. Olympia.
Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah, Ronnie
That
Coleman.
was my first show.
Oh, really? I used to look up to him like everybody else.
Yes.
Who like to work out.
He's a legend.
Yes, he's legendary, and his work ethic was out of this world. What you think about athletes like him, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, or any other female that I probably don't know but has kind of that level?
Well, I was really fortunate last year to go see the Olympia for the first time, and the Olympia is the bodybuilding show of the best of the best of the best. And so whoever wins that is, the best in the whole world. And what I learned from like the 5 top bodybuilding men is they don't even compete in the United States, most of them. They compete overseas, and this year's group, they for the most part train, do all their training in Kuwait, which I thought was really, really interesting. And it's there, the one guy who won, he's got a wife and 4 kids, but they spent a whole lot of time going back and forth on, on Skype, on Facebook Live, or, live phone chat, and to, keep that connection with the family. But I thought that's a huge commitment for the family too, to say, okay, you're going to go across the world to train.
Well, because I feel like, and I know a few bodybuilders from back home as well, and they compete. Most of them, they also go compete like in other places like South Africa, and some others go to Europe or Australia. And I put it all together. I say, well, is there any, like you just mentioned the name of the competition,
The National Olympics? No, Olympia.
The Olympia. The Mr. Olympia is the biggest one all over the world.
Yeah.
And I see like people from everywhere in the world.
Yes.
Well, one of those things that I find really, interesting is like not just the amount of people that goes there, the experience that all these people share after participating on Mr. Olympia. Do you have any fun or something very memorable that you remember so well about your first or any other competition? Like something that happened that you will never forget about, like something that the judge told you. Like Colin, he was saying, well, when he was competing, he literally blocked everybody else, and some things that they were showing during his documentary, he doesn't even remember. So is that your state of mind, or you girls are more like friendly? Y'all more. How does it work?
Yeah.
That?
Every show's different. You go in and you meet the other girls, because they're right next to you, and they're, we're practicing together, we're warming up together, we're waiting to go up on stage together, and I like to meet the people around me, and I have made actually some good friends that I still keep in touch with, from some of my early shows. But I think for the most part, the girls, they're not, especially in the masters age group, we're there just to have a great time and to join each other and, to have fun. And so there's definitely more of a camaraderie, I would say. So yes, I'm very much aware of the people around me, and, and the guys were too at the Olympia, because when somebody won, they went over and gave them hugs, and of course those guys all trained together. So they they're family for the most part. But even the people that you just meet over the weekend of a show, you want to encourage other people, and you want every people to do well, also. So, good people.
Well, would you participate in they have a Mr. Olympia and they have a Mr. Olympia, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would you?
Well, Olympia is for all of it.
It's for all.
Yeah, they have them all there.
But whenever you win, they give you a name the Mr. Olympia.
Yes, yes,
this
yes,
year,
yes.
Mrs.
Yes.
Olympia. Would you compete for that? Anytime soon?
No.
No.
No, I think I'm missing my boat on that one.
Well, but it's still a good experience. You go there and you see how these people compete.
It's an amazing thing to go to. Like I said, last year was the first time I went. It was held in Las Vegas in September. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, with COVID this year, they moved it to December. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I'll get to go to December and watch it again, because it really was an incredible experience.
Well, I would like to go watch it as well. Definitely not participate. I don't look good at all. I'm definitely not on my best shape. I would like also to ask you for some advice for everybody, especially my friends, females out there at home that would like to be in shape and work out. Work out just to have a good looking body. What's your advice for them?
I think the most important thing for a real person, real life, is the balance that you keep, because it's impossible to when you're competing and you're down at the end, your body fat's super low, and for a female, that's really not healthy to stay at that kind of a low body fat, and it's almost impossible to maintain. So just trying to find some sort of a balance in your life. Like I said, this year was great for me to just work on just a balance with family and trying to work out and eat good and bring it all together. So you want to make sure that you do say, okay, I've been working really hard and I've been eating really, really good. I like where I'm at. I got invited to go to Vegas. Well, then go to Vegas and go have a good time and go eat out and have some drinks, and it's fine. But when I got back, it's like, okay, it's time to get right back on it. So now I'm back at the gym again, 5 or 6 days a week. I'm eating good again. I haven't had a drink since I've gotten back from Vegas. So I try to get my body nice and clean and, and take care of myself. So I'm allowing myself to have that fun, to be with friends and to go to dinner. But I'm also going to be, and committed to a workout routine and a good eating plan.
Well, so everybody at home definitely takes notes. You're not, it's not like you're only going to be training every day of the week. You definitely can go out to Vegas,
yes.
Like Michelle said, and just go have fun, have a good regular life, and just stay committed. Well, we are definitely getting on our last minutes of our talking today. It's been a great chance to talk to you, Michelle. Let me see what you're doing. Like we said, you're modeling, you're bodybuilding, you're a great mom. What else we didn't mention? There's a few more things that we would like to know about you today.
I have a husband that I have to take care of too. Mm-hmm. And, my family all lives in other states, so I do try to go visit family, and that's where I said the balance really has to come in. Let's see.
And you're a New Yorker. I forgot to mention.
That's right. Yeah, I was born and raised in Long Island, New York, and love New York. Like to go back again sometime soon after all this is over. And then my mom lives up in the mountains in California, so visiting her and going hiking has been super fun to do this summer. Again, just being outside. I love being outside. We can talk about paddleboarding. Walking the dogs, running. It's just nice to be outside. Love the outdoors, especially living here in Texas.
Well, I just remembered that because I forgot to mention that in the beginning of our conversation about you being a New Yorker.
Yeah.
And I've seen also a lot of bodybuilders from New York as well. Is there, when you say you found your starter here in Houston?
Yes.
Right?
Here in Texas, yeah.
Literally, if you guys want to be successful, you have to move to Houston. That's what Michelle, that's what happened at least to you in terms of, finding a new passion and pursuing a new career. Well, we are getting to our very last minutes, and I don't see any more questions. I guess we are, I know you have a busy schedule as well today, Would you like to send any message to anybody for your fans at home?
Oh, thank you for all watching, everybody. I know I have a lot of my friends checking us out, like Sergio and Jack and Hershey and a bunch of other people. So thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. And thanks to all my coaches and trainers that I've had that helped me get, where I am today. And thank you, JD, for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. As everybody saw, you have an amazing career. You were a really great person to talk and learn from it. And I would like to also advise everybody at home, if you have questions about gym, if you have any questions about anything related to nutrition, you already have somebody to ask. Please ask questions.
Send me a DM.
Yes, DM and get to know more about it. We want to see more people winning champions and bringing trophies. Thank you guys for being live with us. That was our 1 hour success with Michelle today.
Thank you.
Thank you.